What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Film Tuesday, Film Breakdown Tuesday for the Green Bay Packers. Fourth Film Tuesday off of a win, which obviously film's a lot more enjoyable to watch off of a win than a loss. Packers beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 30-27, game-winning field goal. Some would say the game shouldn't have been that close. So today we're gonna break down some plays. I got my trusty handwritten list here with the horrible handwriting that always goes against me when I'm trying to read what play it is. But we're gonna go over some plays we have. More importantly, I'm gonna start with a play that basically won the Packers the game and how the Packers set it up. So definitely very interested to do that. How's everyone doing in the chat? Thomas, I see you in here. What's up, man? Landon, I see you in here. What's up, man? We got to look at Rashawn's basketball moves. What play is that? Because I don't have it written down. And when was that in the game? Because I saw it on Twitter, and he was doing like the crossover type thing in the A gap. I think Max Crosby started that. What's up, Grant? How you doing? Appreciate everyone coming by to the live stream. On your way in, if you could click the like button, it supports the channel, gets more eyes on the channel. Maybe people that don't know about it, want more in-depth film analysis for the Green Bay Packers. And if you're new here and you just happen to be stopping by, if you enjoy the content at the end of this stream, consider clicking subscribe because you'll find everything for the Green Bay Packers here on this channel. All right, quickly, before we dive down into the film review, here's a quick word from today's live stream sponsor, Sleeper. All right, guys, I put the link. It's pinned in the chat. You can use code BASS to get a $100 deposit match on your first deposit on Sleeper. Sleeper is a great app to not only make your picks, but there's fantasy football. I'm in a dynasty league on Sleeper right now. It's my favorite fantasy football app. You can also do pick'em pools, among many other things. Sleeper is perfect for pretty much everything sports. I use it for football because that's really the only sport I watch. But if you want to get in on the action, make your picks, use code BASS, B-A-S. You can scan the QR code on the screen. You can click the link pinned in the chat. And if you do so, when you make a first-time deposit, guys, I'm giving away an Xavier McKinney jersey. X got another pick this weekend, and this ends in 2 days. So I know a lot of you already entered, so I'm excited to give this away to one of you guys. If you haven't entered already, it's simple. Again, just download Sleeper, make a first-time deposit. I think the minimum's $10. You'll get that matched, so then you'd have $20 to make some picks for the upcoming week, and you're entered in an X jersey giveaway. And guys, I'm going to continue to give away more stuff, so be on the lookout on my X page as well for all of that. Again, massive shout-out to Sleeper, this year's sponsor of the channel. All right, so let's dive into it. Let's switch the screen, and let's get right into it. Watching you in a lecture right now. What class, Caleb? Because that's probably more important than this. Personally, Packers film is the most important thing to me, but I'm also not in a lecture, nor am I in college. So, I respect the hustle. Okay, so usually I go in chronological order, but for this first segment, we're gonna show you how the Packers set up that what we'll call game-winning field position on that PA boot to Jaden Reed. So this is the first play of the game. So, Packers 1st and 10, Green Bay 30. So the Packers love to run this play, and they have been more recently. They did a lot last year, and more recently they've been using Christian Watson on this PA boot, and he's kind of the slide flat receiver here. So you see play action left, and it's going to be a boot back to the right, and you see Christian Watson right off the snap. Actually, is my I don't think my cursor's showing. Give me 1 second. I always have to turn it off because I'm screen recording some film sometimes, and I forget to do that. So right off the play action, Christian Watson leaks from the left side, slides to the flat. So play action, easy hit for 7 yards. The Packers have done this, I think, every game for the past 2 or 3, and usually gives you 7+ yards, right? So one thing I want to show you on this play, so you have Christian Watson on the slide. You have, I think, Romeo Doubs running kind of just like a crosser to clear out. And then you also have Tucker Kraft just running like a deep corner to take these two defenders. Kind of clears out the underneath. And then you also have Ben Sims blocking the strong side, or the side Jordan Love's going to here. So this defender's not free on Jordan Love. You can also allow that defender to go free on Jordan Love, which I'll show you what they kind of did later. You know, Jordan Love can still make that throw. Say if this defender's free, Trayvon Walker, all Jordan Love has to do is basically pick. Trayvon Walker has to choose Watson or Love. This defender's tasked with tracking Watson. If you're a linebacker and you're tracking Watson across the field, it's not going to go well for you. So I'm going to freeze frame it right here. So when you look at this play, look at this big open zone up here, right? No one's tracking this. And Ben Sims is blocking, sure. But what if Ben Sims were to come across and wheel up here, right? Because you don't need him necessarily to block there. So this is the first play of the game. And Matt LaFleur, after the game, talked about that final play. And I'm going to show you one more before we get to that. It's third quarter, 1:13. And you'll see it again, that the Jags gave the Packers this same exact look. And this is why Matt LaFleur, man, to be able to make changes mid-game and install stuff that you really didn't have in your final game plan. So here's the same thing, but it's Malik Willis at quarterback. And this is going to be that 20-yard run by Malik Willis. So we're going to kind of see the same thing, but look at the difference here. Jaden Reed comes in line here, and it's not Ben Sims anymore, right? It's still the same play design, just a different formation. You still have a slide and a flat by Tucker Kraft. You have play action boot left. You have a crosser here, and you have Doubs clearing out, right? Same concept. But here on this one, Reed sits as a check down. Could Willis throw that to Reed right there? Yeah. But again, look at this open field right here. So Willis puts a pump fake on Trayvon Walker, gets upfield, rush of 20 yards. Darnell Savage, deep safety there. I mean, the athleticism of Malik Willis has been great for the Green Bay Packers. Let it run it once more. So you see right off the snap, play action, Jaden Reed in line, stops, and basically wants to throw like a chip on that defender, then kind of float in the middle here. Hey, I'm open. Okay, you're running. Jaden Reed, let's go down and make a block. Boom, right on 22. Spring Malik Willis for another 4 to 5 yards. Right? Now, let's go to the play that basically won the game for the Packers. With those two in mind, right? With those two in mind, it's 1:13 in the fourth. Okay. So first off, they can. So it's probably a run play, and they can into this play that Matt LaFleur installed in the middle of the game based on what those two previous plays showed him. So what do we have here? Same form as last time. Jaden Reed's in line. Tucker Kraft is going to be left. He's going to slide to this flat. We're going to have Romeo Doubs on a clear out, either a seam or a corner. And then we're going to have Christian Watson run this crosser and just jam this up. Just jam this up heavy, and that's what you're supposed to do here. So based on those two plays, this person here either blocked or chipped and sat. What does he do here? Chips, comes across, upfield. And I don't care that Savage slipped. I mean, he was cooked either way. Savage slipped, whatever. Is that Savage down there? Don't care. I mean, whatever. That doesn't make Jaden Reed open. Jaden Reed is cooking him regardless. So to see what the Jags were giving you on the previous two iterations of this play, and to cook this up with 1:13 left, a 2nd and 6 on your own 34, and your tie ball game with your backup quarterback, man, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece to be able to watch the two previous versions of this play and as a head coach go, look at that wide open zone down there. We could put Jaden Reed there, which they did. So that's why they ran it a second time in this iteration and put Jaden Reed as the inline player. Okay, what are they going to do if it's Jaden Reed there? Because if it's Ben Sims, will they really respect him running a wheel? What are they going to do if it's Jaden Reed? We're going to chip him and then have him sit there. Is that side of the field still wide open? Yes, it is. Okay, what are we going to do on the third time when it matters most? We're going to give the same exact look, play action left, boot right. We have a underneath. Usually we'd have an underneath here, Tucker Kraft. So, okay, I didn't even notice that. So Tucker Kraft on the two other iterations, or Watson on the first one, would just slide and then flat route. But they're setting this up. So they give the same look, but Tucker Kraft doesn't continue. He blocks that edge defender, Trayvon Walker, and it allows Malik Willis to stand in strong and fire a beautiful ball to Jaden Reed. Chef's kiss, man. Absolutely chef's kiss. Love it. Absolutely love it. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me and all that. Microphone's all good. Just wanted to make sure. Let me know if the microphone's all good. I just want to make sure. But J-Mac, what's up? But yeah, beautiful progression of what the Packers did based off of what the Jaguars gave them on the previous 2 iterations of this play. I wanted to show you guys this first just to showcase, the genius offensive mind that Matt LaFleur is. Okay, all loud and clear. Just making sure. I wasn't seeing anyone comment about this play, so I'm like, wait, sometimes I've done this, or I've done live streams where I forget to click go live, and I'm like, am I live here? Did I just talk to no one for 15 minutes? It's not the case. Just wanted to make sure. What's up, Kyle? Greetings from Denver. Nice. How is it out there? All right, let's go back, since I usually do chronological order. English is hard, but I wanted to show you guys that first. Just an excellent setup by Matt LaFleur. So, Dime Stokes. Okay, 623. I don't know what this is, but I wrote it down. So we're going to... Oh, okay. This is a good play by Stokes. Probably the only one he's had all day. Interestingly enough, I want to show you guys this look because this is a 3rd and 8. First quarter, the Packers come out in dime, 2 deep, Evan Williams, X. But more interestingly enough, Carrington Valentine and Stokes on the outside. Then you have Nixon and Jair, both as like your nickel or dime cornerbacks. This is a good rep by Stokes here. We have Brian Thomas on the top of the screen. Going to run a deep stop or comeback curl outside, but overthrown by Trevor Lawrence. Maybe Lawrence wanted that more depth. Oh, wait, this is the Gary crossover? I didn't even mean to do that. That's funny. Okay. What is he? Dude, those offensive linemen got to be cracking up in their mind. That's actually wild. That's actually wild. I didn't know that was that play, and I just happened to write it down for Eric Stokes. That's funny. Like, what is he doing out here? I know Max Crosby did it. Was it last week? So he's probably just... I mean, it's gotta, like, at least get their attention. I mean, it didn't do anything, but it's gotta at least get their attention. And Carl Brooks got a pressure on Lawrence and affected that throw. So this guard's probably like, what in the world? Ooh. Carl Brooks playing defensive end, low-key has been great for the Packers. Because he's done this multiple times where they put him out at D-end on pass plays, like 3rd long, and he gets after the quarterback. Great play by Brooks, and also good coverage by Stokes. All right, 6-11 in the first. 6-11 in the first. Here we go. This is a beautiful route by Romeo Doubs. So we have him at the bottom of the screen. This is the exact same route he ran against Dallas, against Stephon Gilmore, where he kind of runs like a crosser, then dips back to a corner. Beautifully ran route. It was a little bit crisper against Dallas, but it still ran perfectly here. I'm just, nitpicking at this point. But sink, get back outside. Perfect timing, right? Dobbs ran that same exact route against Dallas, and it cooked them as well. What's up, Alberto? What's up, man? So, yeah, we got head-to-head. I think it's man coverage. Yeah, it's man coverage. So if you're running a crosser, you're already going to beat man coverage. So then this cornerback's be like, I got to get to him. Overcommit. Try to get a hand on him. Sink. Get back outside. Timing throw. Thank you. Easy. 29 yards. What do we have? Dobbs versus Savage. Yes, we do, don't we? I like how Darnell Savage not pregame, before this game, like a day or two before, just tweeted bet. Like he's going to do something against us. No, he's not. Dobbs in the slot. We have Savage kind of just sitting here disguising that he's going to drop down into this robber, and I think this corner is going to either pressure or just play down low right before pre-snap. Yep, he comes up and he's a pressure. So then he's got a robber down low, cover one robber. He's got a man coverage Dobbs. Dobbs has this quick slant, and yeah, Savage is cooked. He's at a disadvantage because he's got to drop from the safety spot already. So a slant is like the perfect read here and perfect call because look how far off he is. But he still gets cooked. Like you see him slip. Savage slipping over the field all day. It's on your own turf, man. How are you slipping all over the place? Come on. It's like if you were in Lambeau, it's like even then, it's like you played more in Lambeau, but it's like, come on. That's such a mismatch. Yeah, I mean, Dobbs running a slant is a mismatch against anyone. He beat D'Angelo Ross and Stingley last week multiple times on a slant. And it's just a perfect call against what the Jags were bringing. You know, Jordan Love sees this right at the snap. He's checking this defender right here. He puts Wilson in motion. Right when he takes this snap, he's going to read right here. Boom. Sees this defender coming downhill. Okay, throw towards the pressure. You know you got Dobbs on a quick slant. Thank you. I'll take that. That's easy. I'll take my easy 18 yards. All right, 1403. We're going to look at the Love interception. I know a lot of people are like, Love keeps throwing interceptions. It's a great play by Jarrian Jones. It's a wonderful play by Jarrian Jones, and we'll check both angles here. So we have trips left. We have Dobbs as the middle wide receiver. He's going to run about a three step out. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about a 3-4 step out. Kind of rounds out a little bit. Maybe you'd like him to come back towards a tiny bit, but nonetheless, I mean, Jordan Love is throwing that right on the break. You see him releasing. Jarrian Jones just does an excellent job undercutting this. I mean, it's just an excellent play by a defender. Like, sure, was it the best read by Love? Did he telegraph that a little bit? It's a timing throw, right? They're in cover 2. I can't really tell. I think maybe cover 2 man. This is a great play by Jarrian Jones. I wanted Jones in the draft too. Hey, Turtles, I know you've been a part of the channel for a long time. You know we were clamoring for Jarrian Jones, and he'd be a great nickel defender for the Packers right now. Who practiced today? No, the Packers don't practice today. They practice tomorrow. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on a traditional week, and we play Sunday. So excellent play by Jarrian Jones. Again, is it the best decision? Maybe not, but it's a timing throw. And off of that look, when Jordan Love's seeing that and releasing that, Jarrian Jones looks like he's at a disadvantage. Romeo Doubs is making his cut. He's going to, run this out route, and he does. He kind of starts to float upfield. So that's why Jarrian Jones was able to undercut that. Again, I'm not fully blaming Romeo Doubs here at all. But you would like to see him kind of flatten that out. And you'd also see, Jordan Love throws it to the 5-yard line, right near the sideline. But Romeo Doubs starts to kind of sink upfield there. So that allows Jarrian Jones to undercut it and get the interception. Colts benched Anthony Richardson. Well, yeah, he's not good. Flacco is shout out UD. Flacco is a much better option for them right now. Okay, and then right after this, exactly a minute later, the Packers get an interception by Xavier McKinney. Trevor Lawrence, outside of this, had a wonderful day. I said this in the pregame and talking about my preview. It depends what Trevor Lawrence you get. And outside of this, we got a good Trevor Lawrence. And that's why it was such a close game. He was standing through pressure. He was finding receivers. He was hitting his correct throws. This was just a bad read. It was a bad throw. I remember someone in my live stream said, I think this is Thomas out here, was going to run free. No, he wasn't. X would have stayed there, but he saw Lawrence releasing and drops down and just gets in that pass lane and intercepts it. Again, this isn't just, Trevor Lawrence throwing a gimme to X at the same time. X is bailing out here. He's got to respect Brian Thomas, but look at the release point right here. X sees that, eyes on the quarterback, great, ball hawk wherewithal to just be, okay, I got to drop down. Let's get this crosser. Boom, interception. So Brian Thomas, where's number 7? Yeah, Brian Thomas wouldn't have been open there. I saw that on my live stream, and I didn't see it until now. He wouldn't have been open. X would have locked him up. He just broke down on that ball because he saw Trevor Lawrence throwing it. All right, what do we have next? We have, 11:35. This is nothing crazy, but it's the Josh Jacobs running touchdown. Let's go to the end zone view. It's great blocking. And Sean Ryan, although didn't grade well via PFF, I thought he had a wonderful day. Now that I watched some of the film, you see Sean Ryan block 52, get up in that gap, also kind of, keep 33 out of the mix. Just good blocking down low by this offensive line. We have Elton at left guard. We have Josh Myers at center. Myers does a good job stealing. Is that Ventrell Miller? So Myers was a poor graded player as well. But when you watch some of these plays, again, I didn't watch every play to watch the offensive line, but they blocked well. And Sean Ryan, I think, is having an excellent year too. And they're still rotating Jordan Morgan in at right guard, and it's working. If it's working, why switch away from it? Keep both guys out there, or I guess one at a time. But it gives you the opportunity next year when Myers is gone to slide Elton Jenkins in, and now you have two very compatible guards that have game time, right? Is it just, or doesn't look like we rotate Morgan? Morgan played like 22 snaps in this game. We rotate him. It's more Ryan, but Morgan played like 22 snaps. Okay, 8:46 in the second. Tucker Kraft, baby. Tucker Kraft. I saw one thing that was I agreed with on Twitter, or at least I saw it, and I was like, damn, that is true. How many times did we hear about National Tight End Day on Sunday, especially in that Sunday night game? I feel like we heard it like 15, probably even 30 times. Why hasn't the NFL been talking about Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Like, have we heard them talk about that once? But National Tight End Day is just like an automatic holiday. It's like, come on, guys. Like, remember when Breast Cancer Awareness November was like sick in the NFL? Like, everyone's wearing pink. Like, I miss that. Not only because it's for a good cause, but like it was awesome. Now the NFL probably fines people for wearing pink uniform attire. It's like, dude, cool, tight ends. I get it. I love tight ends. Tucker Kraft's a beast, but like, what happened to Breast Cancer Awareness Month in November? Why aren't we talking about that? Oh, stupid. But back to the play. Where does Tucker Kraft start? Is he in pistol here? No, he's back here. So it's going to be quick crosser by Kraft. Broken play. Jordan Love scrambles right. What does Kraft do? Leak up field. Find that open zone. Quarterback's best friend. So broken play. You know, a lot of players in the NFL that don't have the awareness would just continue this and run to the sideline. What's that going to do? Nothing. Number 5, I think it is here. Number 5, or is it? Yeah, Andre Cisco would just track him. But what does he do? Boom, cut up field. And then now Cisco's on Wicks, and so is that defender. So what Kraft doing that there just basically put 2 defenders on Wicks and got him wide open. Catch the ball, break a tackle. It's Kraft. He's going to break a tackle. Here's this defender. Stiff arm. It's insane, man. How many stiff arms he threw on, was it Cisco that came back to it? I think it was Cisco that came back to it. So Kraft catch. Yeah, it is Cisco that came back. Get off me. You're small. You're not tackling me. I mean, he did it then, but it took him 30 yards, 20 yards to do so. Great play by Tucker Kraft. Let's see if there's any better view. I mean, that was a good view. The sideline view is kind of the best you can do. But, yeah, let's see. Here we go. Well, we might be able to see some of it here. We'll see. So Kraft in line. Get over top the linebackers. Cross the field. Break up into that open zone. Dude. Look at Jordan Love after this throw. You know his groin is toast. Watch him. Dude, he is toast. Like, I hope he's going to be good for this week, but he was playing through it, man. He was playing through. It's just so funny to watch this. Just like, yo, like, get off me, little man. Andre Cisco. I really wish this went for 6 and he stiff-armed him like one more time. Chris Brooks was great in protection. Yeah, man. The Packers trust Chris Brooks. Not on this play, but I know what you're talking about. I've seen a couple of those plays where Chris Brooks, man, great in pass protection, and they trust him. They definitely do trust him. All right, what do we have? 6:03 in the second. Let's go to this. All right. So here's like the first big completion on X on the year, and he had a few on him this game, but this one was like definitely on him. So I believe they're in cover 4. Yeah, they're in cover 4. X bails out a little bit too hard. That crosser comes underneath of him, almost gets his hand on it. I think they're trying to show cover 3 with a robber, and that's why X kind of drops up into this box pre-snap. He's kind of like walking up. I think he's trying to show Lawrence, hey, we're running cover 3, and I'm robbering down into here. And then at snap, bail out cover 4. But it's almost like, damn, if you just stayed there. Maybe we're talking about an interception, number 2 on the day. But good read by Trevor Lawrence. You know, X is supposed to do that if you're bailing out into a cover 4. Just a little slow flipping his hips there, but almost gets to it. He almost gets to it. Dobbs 9 route. Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous catch. This is some of the best late-handed catch, one of the best late-handed catches I've seen since like AB. Antonio Brown was like one of the best at that. So out and up, boom, boom, late-handed. Like, what a throw by Jordan Love too, by the way. So cornerbacks, man coverage, inside shade. So Romeo Dobbs puts 1 foot in the dirt inside, breaks outside, right? Cuts to an out. I think he would have cooked him even more. I think Dobbs would have cooked him and maybe scored if Dobbs simply just turned his head right there. If Dobbs just and maybe it's a quick out and up, so it's really, you don't want to elongate it too much because you don't want your quarterback to get, hit. But if Dobbs, because he's got his hips pointing that way, his shoulders are still pointing upfield. So when you're a receiver and you're trying to run a double move, you got to sell it. Like, hey, your hips, your eyes, and your shoulders need to sell it. If it doesn't, what is a corner doing in man coverage? They're watching your hips. So his hips do sell it, but you also got your shoulders pointing upfield and your head still pointing upfield. So that's why that cornerback does a good job at tracking that out and up, but he just makes a hell of a catch. I mean, an absolutely insane catch. Let's see if it shows the catch better from this angle. Still a great ran route. Like, he still ran it well, and it got him a little bit of separation, and Love just put in a dime. Just a dime, man. Like, look at that late-handed catch. Actually, I forgot you could do this on here. I forgot we could do this. Like, such a great late-handed catch, man. Like, his hands go up like a millisecond before the ball is there. Like, that's crazy. And why? And if you're asking, like, why do you do late hands? Because, corners in man coverage, at this point, he's watching your eyes and he's watching your hands. He does look back for the ball here. But if you put your hands up, guess what the cornerback's going to do? He's going to put his hands up too. So late hands, very important as a wide receiver. What a catch, Romeo Doubs. What a catch. What do we have next? We have, okay. Here is one of the plays, and I was mistaken when I talked about this. This one was cover 2, but then I thought the play right after was cover 2. It wasn't. We'll go over it. So the Packers, 29 seconds until half, up by 6. I don't like cover 2 here. I don't, because first off, the Jags are in like a bunch set. Usually you have some type of corner routes out of this set, right? And they do. And that's exactly what they run here, right in the quote-unquote turkey hole, John Gruden used to call it. I mean, they're going to tie this to X, and PFF did, but it's just a perfectly ran play against cover 2. Like, you don't expect X to be able to break that up because he's deep, deep half there, and cornerback underneath on a cover 2 doesn't fall back that far because he's got flat receiver right here, flat player right there. He's got to fall back until he sees that flat, but then he's got to, that's his responsibility at this point. I think it's Jair out there. This is his responsibility now. He's not supposed to keep falling back, or else they're just going to hit that flat and he's going to run up to that point. Same difference. I don't like cover 2 late in a game, late in a half like this. I like 3. I like cover 3 match, something of that sort. Maybe even a cover 1. If you really believe in your cornerbacks and your pressure. I get it. You want 2 deep. You want to play like, okay, don't get the big play on us. I get it. But in that case, maybe run cover 4. I don't know. I just don't like it here, and it's an easy shot for them. The very next play, this is why I thought, oh, why would you run cover 2 times in a row? They didn't. They actually switched this to cover 3, but Eric Stokes, I have no idea what he's doing. So you even give a cover 3 look here, right? Right? You have Bullard dropped into the box. You have cornerbacks off, outside leverage, and 1 deep. You give a cover 3 look, and that's exactly what you're in. What in the world is Stokes doing here? That's not on X. That is, PFF tied it on X. Watch Jair, cover 3. Outside. There's no one coming his way, so he just has to sit there. Stokes thought this was cover 2, and it wasn't. Why is he starting to step forward here? You have Nixon, and you have Bullard as a drop down, flat defender here. Stokes has to remain outside here and drop 3rd. I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea. That's not on X. Yeah, Stokes is 5 yards from his other teammate in the same flat zone because I don't know if he heard it wrong or thought this was cover 2. But you could simply, as a defender, look and be like, dude, we're not in cover 2. Like, Bullard's right next to me, unless it's a cover 3 disguised bailout. It's like, dude, it's not even, like, 1 here. You see Bullard going to this flat. You have Wilson on this player. Just follow the receiver to the outside. You're outside leverage, deep 3rd, man. I'm kind of over Stokes, to be honest. I mean, he has not been playing well. Carrington Valentine probably should get the snaps, if I'm being honest. All right, we have 10:06 in the 3rd, so after halftime, they get their field goal. Yeah. This is a poor missed tackle by Javon Bullard, who had a rough day. And this is second half starts. Evan Williams is out. and Javon Bullard has a drop at safety. And, man, this is a poor tackle attempt. You got a toss right. Javon Bullard screams in, misses the tackle. Look at the effort, though, by Lucas Van Ness. Watch where Lucas Van Ness is, and look who ends up tackling him. Chugga, 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 chugga. Upfield, get on him. That's great effort by Lucas Van Ness. So people want to hate on him because he doesn't get the pressures. He doesn't get the sacks. He's a good run defender, and he seals the edges well, and he stops runs and whatnot. And he's a smart player, and he's a high motor. And you love to see that there. But you want to see Javon Bullard wrap up here, man. He had a rough game. Javon Bullard probably his worst game as a Packer, and you guys know how much I like him. But you got to be realistic when talking about players, right? Great read by Bullard, finding that run lane. Even a little overcommits to the left on that cutback, but dude, just wrap up. Come on, man. We got to wrap up. Who would you want the Packers to trade for? I think I have a sheet written. I'll go over that real quick. I like Chase Young, Azeez Ojulari from New York. He's having a great stretch, and the Giants are not great. Sorry, Kyle. Cornerbacks, I like Marcus Jones from New England. I like Denzel Ward, Marshawn Lattimore. But there's other options. I'll probably make a video on it here shortly. And I think I'm going on Bleacher Report tomorrow to talk about it as well. But yeah, you'd like to see Javon Bullard wrap up there. But the next play I have is actually a good play by Javon Bullard. So it wasn't all terrible. It was mainly terrible, but it wasn't all terrible. Bullard, this is where he's better, man. Like, not at deep safety coming down, just in the box. And this is both by him and Edgerrin Cooper making a nice play on this run. Bullard gets the instant hit and wraps up around the legs, and then Edgerrin Cooper just cleans this up, just boom, just clobbers him. So it's a good play by Bullard out of the box here. Find that run lane, get right in it. Forces a cutback right into Edgerrin Cooper. Gaining nothing. On 3rd and 1 too, by the way. So then I think they punted it right after that. No, they ran a quarterback sneak and got it. But still. Yeah, still. Oh, gosh, yeah, here we go. So as I say, it was overall bad day for Javon Bullard. Okay. Deep safety. Trips left. I think they go into man coverage. Yeah, they drop. Then they right before the snap, they drop down into cover 1. So man. Bullard's got to drop and play man on Christian Kirk here. And I'll say this, Kirk is an underrated receiver, and this is a good route. That little stutter at the top there to kind of like, hey, I'm going to break inside, just like a boom, but just cooks Javon Bullard, man. I mean, it's a great route, and it's hard to cover, receiver man coverage that looks like they're running a crosser, and you're like, okay, I got to go cover that crosser. But at the same time, he doesn't really fully commit to that crosser. Like, if you're Javon Bullard, you kind of got to see an outside break coming here. Oh, yeah, Jair at the jam, of course. Yeah, Jair's a beast. But Bullard, when you're in like a true passing sense and Bullard's like off man, I don't like him in that situation. If he's pressing here, if Bullard presses here in man coverage, I don't think this happens. If he gets an instant jam on him, but for him just kind of waiting, he didn't flip his hips. He didn't really square that up well. Just gets cooked. I mean, it's a good route by Kirk. It's kind of like a crosser corner, kind of similar to the Romeo Dobbs one we saw. We have another one, 5-17. We have another Bullard. It was right after that. 2 plays, touchdown. Man. Bullard, and again, deep safety. Kind of, I think they're in 2 here. They might be 2-man. Nope, they're just in cover 2. No, they're in 2-man. They might be, but this is an excellent route by Brian Thomas. So as much as Bullard got beat here, this is just an excellent route by Brian Thomas. Let me see. Hold on. So, yeah. Corner post, cooks Bullard. Beautiful. So, yeah. Beautiful route by Brian Thomas, but cooks Bullard. Corner post, 1 foot, nice rocker step. Gets Bullard to completely bite on that corner. And then, cook to the inside. Almost drops it, has to bobble it. And that's where Brian Thomas hurt himself. That ball, jammed into his rib, and he's out like a couple weeks, which is crazy. Bullard didn't have the reps he normally would at deep safety. Yeah, definitely. That is definitely the case. 1 second. Let me fix one thing here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, we're good. All right. What do we have next? Okay, we have 2 minutes in the third quarter. 2 minutes in the third. This is a big play, guys. You know, the Packers are losing at this point, 17-13. Third and 4 at your own 37. So if you don't get this, you punt the ball away. You know, we end up scoring a touchdown on this drive. And this is one of those plays that, isn't talked about because of the massive rushing touchdown by Josh Jacobs. But this is a great route and a great timing throw by Malik Willis. So you see Wicks motion to the outside here. And Wicks is going to run an absolutely disgusting zig route. Hesitate, show vert, slant, cut back to the outside. He runs it so well, he cooks himself and he trips. That's how well he runs it. Oh my God, just not fair. Not fair. And that's against number 3. Who is that? Tyson Campbell. Wow. Wow, it was beautiful. You know, just a little bit of a, stutter, hesitation, kind of that Devontae Adams kind of like opening up, hesitation, kind of a basketball move, threaten vertical with one jab, cut underneath. That's what you do in a slant route. So you want to run a zig, like when you run a zig, you want to start the first half, like no matter what, is exactly the same as you'd run a slant. Threaten vertical, get underneath, run that slant. And that's exactly what he does. And then just explode 1 foot in the ground and out. Beautiful route by Devontae Wicks. Yeah, pretty much. Dontavian Wicks. Okay, Willis, 20-yard run. We already went over this. I'll just show it again real quick. We went over this at the start of the stream because we were talking about this PA boot and what they set up. So this is the second time they ran it. They set up Reed right here in line, chips, and then, Cooks, Trayvon Walker. Let's run. Jaden Reed, nice block on 22. Really nice block on 22. Nice gain of 20. And then we have the Jacobs touchdown. 31 seconds in the third. This is a beautiful run, man. This is a beautiful run. I think it was DeAndre Prince that got absolutely, 22. Man coverage, draw play, cut left, 24. Goodbye. Soul left his body. He's done. Break a tackle. Watson blocking Savage downfield. Bet, Savage. Bet. Come on, man. You can do better than that. This is what we always saw from Darnell Savage, though. Does it not look like he's like running into the blocker here? Like he's trying to get the angle on Jacobs, but it just doesn't look like great effort by Savage. And we know this better than Jags fans. I mean, we saw this for years. It's just like, okay, I'm getting blocked. Oh, darn. Wah, darn. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see our safeties now doing that. I see them fighting through that block a little harder. Maybe trying to get in Jacobs' way a little bit better, but great run by Jacobs. Broken 1, broken 2. Get off me. 51. First off, DeAndre Prince's soul leaves his body right there. And then watch 51 after this. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to the end zone view right now. Cut left. And you know what creates this as well? Is Malik Willis being in the game. What does Cisco do here? He has to respect the read option. He has to sit here and contain. Because Willis could keep this and boom, he'd have a wide open lane as well. So that creates that as well. And one cut, his soul's gone, right? He's done. And then 51, watch. I did not notice 51 had like the GTA ragdoll at the end there. Oh my God. He looked like a turtle, like flipped on its shell trying to... Damn, I haven't laughed that hard from a film review in a long time. Wow. I gotta watch it again. That is hilarious. That is I'm sorry, 51. Who are you? Ventrell Miller. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. All right, Cooper forced fumbled. We'll move on. Oh man. Okay. This is Edgerrin Cooper sack, forced fumble. We see him sitting right here. A-gap pressure. Fight. Beat that guard. Tackle. Reach the hand around. And then watching, I'm going to end zone view because it's just better. Watch Devontae Wyatt just absolutely body that offensive lineman to get on this fumble. Just look at the high motor, the effort by Edgerrin Cooper. Slap that ball. Watch. Okay, right here, this lineman, he has an early lead to go get this fumble. Watch Devontae Wyatt. Get out of here. They just punched the Jags in the mouth multiple times and just bodied them on multiple plays. This is what we're not used to seeing as a Green Bay Packer fan. Like, usually we're the ones getting punched in the mouth. And Devontae Wyatt's like, no, that's mine. Get out of here. It's so great. That's awesome. Great play by Edgerrin Cooper. Kraft touchdown. Oh, yeah, this is right. This is the 14-12 here. This is a sick play design, by the way. Pistol. It's an RPO, but it's mainly just like it's kind of like an RPO with mainly just a read option look. And I'm almost wondering if it's a read option with a pitch option. Because he's reading this defender right here, or I guess 5. Sees he's not like breaking down, so he's like, I'm going to keep this. And then right off of that, Kraft takes off that, or falls off that block and kind of loops. I'm almost wondering if they were setting this up to be like Willis would start running and then pitch it out to Kraft. But it's so open that he doesn't even have to. He just, and then Kraft doing that dance into the end zone is hilarious. But I almost think that's what it was. It's not even an RPO. It's a read option because all these receivers are blocking, just kind of doing nothing. If it was an RPO, you'd probably have Watson on a slant here to have that option of an RPO throw across the middle. The only one running a route is Kraft. And I honestly think if they gave them a certain look and Willis started to run up here, Kraft would keep looping and he'd, like a college option, just pitch it out to him for a tutty. But it's basically what that was. They didn't have to run. They just threw it. It was wide open. Kraft dancing to the end zone is great. Watch it again here. That's I fully think it was supposed to be that. It just, he didn't have to. Kraft is like, all right, well, I'm just wide open. Just throw me the damn. Tucker Kraft is a vibe, ladies and gentlemen. Tucker Kraft is a vibe. Okay, 13-24. This is an excellent play by Edgerrin Cooper. How many times have we said this during film review for the past 4 weeks? Edgerrin Cooper shows A-gap pressure up until the ball is snapped. He even goes up to show the blitz on the snap. Takes a step to 2 steps up. Look at the disadvantage he's in here. Christian Kirk, so what he's doing here is he's showing pressure A-gap, and then the Packers are bailing out into Tampa 2. The middle linebacker in Tampa 2's responsibility is get back and cover that seam. What does he do? Tracks Christian Kirk down the middle of the field, full sprint, makes a play on that football. It's super impressive. And maybe Kirk catches it without absolutely shattering his collarbone. It sucks to see. We hate to see injuries, but it's still an excellent play by Edgerrin Cooper. Like, name another linebacker in the NFL that has that type of speed to do that. I just don't know if there is one. I really don't know if there is one. Let's go to the end zone view to show this a little bit better, to see just how quickly he gets back. If he were to just bail at the snap, it would be like, all right, that's impressive. But the fact that he even shows blitz and one step up to kind of fool this guard and then bails, look at him. He's cooking. He's cooking down the middle of the field. And all he has to do is watch the eyes and attack the football the moment Christian Kirk goes up for it, which he does. Boom. Gets a right hand in there, punches that thing out. Maybe Cooper. He can't turn his head there, man. Now, Tampa 2, you're chase and react. No shot he'd be able to turn his head there. And if he did, it would have been caught. Tampa 2, you're chase and react, and you play this football. You watch his eyes. You watch his hands. The moment the hands go up, you dive in and you throw a hand. Boom. And he did. Perfect execution. He's not turning his head there, and you wouldn't want him to. I promise you wouldn't want him to. What do we have? Jacobs. Oh, yeah. 12-27 in the fourth. 12-27. This is a great run by Josh Jacobs, just showing his power at running back. So it's going to be a run right. Or it might be misdirection. No, it's a run right. bounce outside, break one tackle, break two, drag Josh Allen like 4 yards. I mean, man, Josh Jacobs is such a strong runner. Such a strong runner. Moving Bo Melton inline here, too, to block is wild. And just blocks Darnell Savage. Maybe gets away with Bro! Look at Bo Melton and Darnell going at it. Little bit of a hold, but they're not going to call that. I didn't even watch that. Watch Darnell Savage just absolutely get bodied by Bo Melton. And he's so mad. Watch him drag Josh Allen here. Just keep driving, keep driving. Wow, I didn't even realize Bo Melton just absolutely bodied Darnell Savage on that and just threw it. Look at him pushing him back like Michael Orr, like pushing him all the way to the sideline. And honestly, like both of them are holding. It's not even like Bo Melton's just holding. Like Darnell Savage grabs on the inside shoulder right here and starts to pull him back. That could be defensive holding as well, honestly. They're both holding. But love to see it. Bo Melton, such a great role player. You usually don't see things like this, right? When you're watching the game, you don't see it. I just saw it for the first time. I just noticed it. And that's why you love players like that, man. Bo Melton, such a great role player. 10-25 in the fourth. Okay. Whew, this is when I was like, darn, like the Packers could have sealed this game with this. RPO, deep dig, Dobbs, beautiful read by Willis, right? Takes a snap. He's reading these defenders, reading these linebackers. They all start to come in on the run. So Willis keeps, and, there's an RPO bubble out here, and there's the backside or, right side dig. Wide open. Laser out there, and Dobbs drops. I can't be mad at Dobbs. I mean, he made some wonderful plays before this and has been for the last 3 weeks. It's a drop. It happens. He'll get back after it. But beautiful play design, beautiful read by Malik Willis. See, Malik Willis doesn't seem like a backup quarterback coming into the game with like nerves. Like he's just running things and he's running them correctly, and he's doing a good job executing. So that's why you love it. Funny enough, I actually go to the next one that didn't look like good execution, and this is probably my only mistake I have down for Malik Willis. Honestly, 3rd and 7, fourth quarter. If you get this, maybe it doesn't come down to a game-winning field goal. Empty set. Look at this formation. It's awesome. I've never seen this by the Packers. I probably have. They probably ran it before, but I haven't seen it. Bunched left, but with another split out wide. And they're right hash, so they have so much space out here. And it's going to be a motion read to like a kind of a jerk motion, but out wide left. All Willis has to do here, because look, you're 3 receivers, 3 blockers to 3 defenders. Linebacker still talking to his nickel corner. Just throw this. I don't know why Willis doesn't throw this left. I don't know why he's even looking right for Dobbs. Maybe he likes the matchup 1v1. Hey, get outside, but he gets locked up. It's a slant, I think, and he just gets locked up. Willis should have threw this. You got Reed on the outside. Reed, blocker, 7 yards. Reed will get that. If he throws that, it's probably a first down. I think Willis just got caught looking at this matchup. I don't know why he doesn't look left right off the bat to at least sell that. He's kind of reading this. Oh, I think he's reading that safety. That's why. And he sees that safety bail out this way. Okay, that's what it is. So Willis sees the safety bail right here. And that's why he comes off of it. But you still could have threw that. That's a nice setup. They'll come back to that 100%. And then he's like, oh, if that safety bails, I should have this slant right across the middle because he bailed out of that robber. But he gets locked up, and it's like, oh, okay, nothing's here. Let's try to run, but I can't. It's a negative. It's not a great read, but I'm not going to fault him a ton. I'm not going to fault Willis a ton because he did actually do the correct thing here. Because you got cover 1, robber, and he bails back out. Now they're in like a cover 2. So Willis should have looked for the slant. Look at that wide open. And if Dobbs gets a better release and this corner doesn't jam him as well as he did. So Dobbs, he could have threatened a little bit more outside. He just gets jammed, and that, yeah. So it's on Dobbs as well, but it's not a terrible read, but probably should just threw that screen. 154 in the fourth. Let's see. This is the Evan Ingram touchdown, man. He's a beast, man. I can't even be mad. I would be a lot more mad if we lost this game, but look at that route. First off, by a tight end is ridiculous, and then just to go up and just be like, that's my football. You got Nixon in the slot, outside leverage, so you want to stop a corner route. Look at Ingram get so far out of his frame here. and still put a little stutter to just completely move Nixon to the inside is ridiculous work from a tight end. That is ridiculous work from a tight end. They tied this on Nixon, and they probably should have. And you see Jair get hurt here, too. It's when he jumps off that knee right there. And he's like, oh, yep, hurt my knee. I don't know what he did, but it's not severe. But what a catch by Ingram. You can't even be mad. Another Giants player that they, for some reason, got rid of. What are the Giants even doing, guys? What are we doing here? That's a grown man catch. I can't even be that upset about it. I can't even be that upset about it. All right, we already went over the PA boot for the win, for the setup for the win. I'll just show it once more in end zone so we can just watch it once more before we get out of here. Beautiful play design. If you guys missed how the Packers set this up, watch the beginning of this stream. What a throw, too. Just in stride, doesn't lose a step up the sideline, gets out of bounds, too. And it's a can, too. They were going to run the ball here, and they ran the ball right before this. They canned into this based on what the Jags gave them. And great protection, too. Backside, Kraft. Yeah, but that's a bad tight end, right? PFF. That's a bad tight end who can lock up Trayvon Walker in blocking, right? That's a bad tight end, PFF, right? I know they graded him well this game, but yeah, that's definitely a bad tight end, PFF. You're right. Crazy. And then we have the Chris Brooks where he goes down to not get his first ever NFL touchdown. Here's the thing. We're under a minute left in this game, 2nd and 7, tie game. You know you're already in field goal range. The one things you can't have here is a fumble. You're trusting Chris Brooks here heavily, and this shows how much trust that the Packers have in Chris Brooks. I know Jacobs left the game right before this, but even to put Chris Brooks in over Emmanuel Wilson, you trust him a lot. And this is why, man. Tough runner. Look at both hands just cradling the football. He's like, I am not fumbling. Right there. He's like, I'm not fumbling, not a shot. The Jags want to give up a touchdown here because then they'd have 50 seconds to go tie the game and maybe go for 2 for the win. And I think they still had a timeout. And Brooks to give up his first career NFL touchdown to put the Packers in a better position to win this game, or the best position to win this game. Great awareness by Chris Brooks, and they have something in him at running back, and that's crazy because we have Jacobs, we have Wilson, we have Brooks, we also have Lloyd potentially coming back. We have a lot of talent in that running back room, and just a great awareness here by Chris Brooks to go down there. I've seen players like Todd Gurley not be able to do it, so you know what happens. And then final field goal for the win. I didn't watch this one yet, if it's a bad snap or anything. So let's see. Look at Wick's blocking, yeah. So Orzek, let's see if this snap is good. It's a good snap. It's a good snap. It's a good kick. Good hold. Everything's good. The process was good there. I think I saw someone comment that it wasn't a good snap. I think it's a perfect snap. I'm not saying Orzek doesn't make bad snaps because he does, but I mean, it's right on where you'd want it. Right there. Boom. Daniel Whelan is such a beast at holding, man. I feel like he just makes it look so easy. Can we look at the Jair coverage, the play before Ingram touchdown? Yeah, sure. I think I watched this before the stream just to see if I wanted to write it down. We got man coverage, Bullard following. Yeah, I mean that's wonderful coverage. You have, motion into a bunch. Let's see what concept they run here. So we have slant, out, stutter, wheel, or just vert. And Parker Washington doesn't do a great job there. Almost picked too, yeah. I mean, that would have sealed the game. That would have been, hey, game over pretty much if Jair picks this. I think Parker's just, he's betting on Jair breaking down on this, kind of playing it lower, but Jair does a good job, maintaining and just being like, if you run it out, I got it. If you run vertical, I'm in a good position, and he is. Flip your hips, get your body around, play that football. Almost picked. Yeah. The sword, yeah. It's crazy because Jair did say it was a sword, but by all means, I feel like a lot of defenders do it as the seatbelt. I know Jair said it was a sword, but to me the seatbelt makes more sense. But do you think Bullard could be a long-term deep safety if needed, or do you think he will only thrive at slot? Personally, I'm a slot believer in Javon Bullard. Um, Especially considering the Packers have Evan Williams, and even Oladapo, who we haven't seen much of yet. I just think Bullard will be a better nickel and box safety. I just don't really trust him as a deep safety yet, and that's not saying he couldn't. That's not saying he couldn't, but I trust him more right now in the slot and as a box guy personally. But yeah, guys, that's the Tuesday film review. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hey, if you guys could leave a like on the stream, it would support the channel a ton. It's absolutely free to do. Sorry to sound like a broken record, but it helps the channel a ton, and I appreciate the endless support. We have our first injury report tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be a long one with all the injuries that we suffered in this game. But it seems like we got a lot of good news, right? Jordan Love, day-to-day. Jair, not significant. Evan Williams, day-to-day. Look at the dirty hit on Love. I don't really think it was, honestly. We can. But I wasn't too mad about it. Jordan Love. I didn't really think it was. Do you think we'll play Love? Man, it's Tuesday. I couldn't tell you. My guess is best as yours. It's a little shoulder check, but Love walked into him. I'm not too mad about it. I'm not too mad about it. Swing pass left. Loves is just backing up, and then gets into him. Is it a little too much by Trayvon? Maybe. Is it football? Yeah. If Love was standing still and Walker came up and gave that, yeah, I'd be pissed. But Love's backing up into his lane. It's not like he smoked him. Right? Regardless if you're limping or hobbling, no NFL defender is gonna ease up on you. They're playing every play 100%. You know? They're not gonna show it from that angle, huh? But I don't. It's football. If Walker, like for example, saw Love throw this ball, came in and like tackled him from the legs, yeah. But like Love gets pushed back and starts to bounce back because his groin issue. And it's not like Walker like goes into the right. Love just kind of walks into him. I don't see this as dirty, really. You know, if Love doesn't have a groin injury here, this isn't dirty. No one talks about it. It's because he has the groin injury, and then it's basically extrapolated like, oh, that's a dirty play by Walker. It's not though. Like, Love only stumbles because he can't plan on that groin. You know, I don't. It's not his knee. Then Walker yelled at him. I mean, it's football, man. There's trash talk on the field all game. It's nothing new. Our players do it. Yelling isn't a penalized, thing unless it's like cursing or in front of a ref cursing or saying bad things. So it's football, man. I'm not worried about that. It's not a dirty play. If he dove at his ankles or anything, sure, but I don't think it was. But yeah, guys, that's a film review. I appreciate you guys coming by to the live stream. Again, check out Sleeper. It's pinned in the chat. Use code BASS for a $100 deposit match on your first deposit and get entered in the Xavier McKinney jersey giveaway. I do this every Tuesday, so if you happen to be a new viewer randomly during this live and you did enjoy it, consider going down, clicking subscribe, and watching these Tuesdays. I also do game previews on Fridays. I do live streams during the game. I do injury reports on Wednesdays and Fridays. We do PFF reviews on Mondays. So pretty much every day of the week, you get Packers content. So I'd highly suggest going down and clicking subscribe. Have I had any good luck on bets this season, man? The one thing that you'll learn about me is I'm an instant fade. If I bet something, bet the opposite. That's just how I am. Demario Davis would be a great vet to get for this team. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Do they need him right now? Well, take away snaps from Cooper, maybe. I don't know. I think the Packers. I think the best thing they could add is maybe a corner, because I just don't like seeing as much Stokes out there. And you could argue, well, why don't we just put Valentine out there? Well, there's obviously a reason why the Packers aren't doing it. So maybe they trade for a corner. Let me know if you want a trade video. I could do that. Potential trade candidates that I see plausible for the Green Bay Packers, right? No, we're not trading for Myles Garrett. No, we're not trading for Max Crosby. So I didn't make a video on it. It's at that point, it's just like clickbait. Like we're not trading for them. Like stop, just stop it. It's got to be somewhat realistic. Let's be honest. We're not trading for Myles Garrett. The Browns would be like, the Browns are stupid, but like they're not going to trade Myles Garrett. And if they do, if they randomly do, I'd be willing to bet a lot that it's not the Green Bay Packers. Would they trade someone like Newsom or Denzel Ward? Maybe. I was thinking JOK before he got hurt. There's a lot other options in the NFL that actually make sense. Will the Packers be players at the trade deadline? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Is Gutekunst in on conversations? I'm sure. But we'll see. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming by to the live stream. Leave a like I said, if you did enjoy it. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, go Pack, go.